What's up guys, DuArktik with another Marvel Strike Force video, and it seems like we have some good news in regards to the Orchis team. Sentinel, Omega Sentinel and Nimrod are going to get some additional reworks to their kits, hopefully to bring more value to this team in Alliance Wars and in Cosmic Crucible. Right now this team does not feel great. They feel very lackluster. There are a few situations where you can use them and have some benefits, but overall it's not a big deal, especially compared to the Annihilators, which is a team that just dropped and it has this new MSF stats 2.0 or 3.0 or 4.0, whichever version we are already. The Sentinel team just didn't feel great, and it seems that Scopely is finally going to do something about that. So we're going to take a look at the changes and what is going to change with these changes, right? Okay, so to enhance the Orchis team performance in modes like Alliance Wars and Cosmic Crucible, we have upgraded their abilities. So there you go, that's their goal. And this makes sense, right? It's the Orchis team. They should be very strong against mutant characters. And it seems that they have almost nothing that applies to mutants, very small things. So yeah, we'll see. Okay, so Sentinel, we're going to take a look at the changes from Sentinel. I don't see any change, so we have defense up for 2 turns with deflects. Maybe this will not require the... I'm confused, like it's exactly the same, right? Exactly the same. I don't know what's going on here. There is something new, right? This is in bold, so maybe it will not require the T4, I guess, because the T4 only gives 1 deflect. So I'm not sure what's going on here. The special looks exactly the same. Scopely, are you even trying? Okay, let's move on to the next ability. We have the passive for Sentinel, and with this new passive we have on spawn, if this character has 2 or more Orchis allies, the Summon Sentinel reinforcement always gains taunt. This is important, and especially important for smaller Sentinels, because sometimes he gets hard focused right away and he just dies, so that's a big deal. Then on top of that we also have apply immunity to self and all Orchis allies on spawn. This is really huge. This is really huge. This immunity on spawn is going to create a lot of problems for certain teams, and yeah, I can see this being interesting in Cosmic Crucible and in Alliance Wars. Okay, so those are all the changes for Sentinel. No, we also have more. So if this character has 3 or more Orchis allies, enemies cannot gain death proof or deflect. This is going to be strong against the Spider Society and even against Mephisto, because Mephisto applies 3 death proofs to the allies, so this will stop the death proofs, and it would make a lot easier for us to be able to beat the enemies. And this is just with Sentinel. So this is definitely increasing the value of Sentinel, which overall felt like a very lackluster character, as he just summons and he does a little bit of damage, and that was pretty much it. But right now we have some extra benefits of having this guy around, so definitely a good improvement. Now Nimrod. Nimrod is a character that I was always very disappointing, because I don't think this kit of Nimrod represents the character, or on the comics, or on the TV show, or even the versions that we have from the movies from the Days of Future Past, because Nimrod is supposed to learn when he's facing enemies. He's supposed to regenerate himself, so he should have some healing on turn, or he should have some kind of revive mechanic, which is not the case. And he should also flip negative effects into positive effects, like Nightcrawler does, because once again he learns from the battles that he's doing. So once again, I still think that Nimrod does not represent the character. His kit does not represent the character, but anyway. So now we have changes to the special. Apply ability block for 2 turns for the primary target rather than 1 turn, and this is going to be outside of raids. Nimrod is going to be a very fast character, and this could be interesting because this ability block could stop characters like maybe Nightcrawler, I don't know, depends how many negative effects he has, because of the speed and also because of evade. So Maybe Nightcrawler not, because he can flip those negative effects into positive effects, but maybe against Gambit or maybe against Rogue, right? Because they spawn with Evade, and this would allow us to stop them from speeding up the team or applying ability block to the enemy team and getting taunt and immunity. So yeah, overall this change is quite great, and one turn ability block, it expires very fast, especially on these teams that have a lot of speed bar mechanics. So overall this is great. Ultimate for Nimrod, Eradicate. This character has 3 or more Orchis allies, apply trauma to the primary target and adjacent targets. Now, this does not mean non-summoned characters, so you can activate this with the bot that you summon on spawn. So you could do this, for example, with just Sentinel, Nimrod, and one more, right? Or Scientist Supreme or Omega Sentinel. That would be quite interesting. So you can use the bots to apply trauma to the enemies, and that is very significant. This attack gains 100% crit chance. I'm not a fan of this, because Nimrod is going to be used as a Raider, and the Raider, together with the buffs that he has, is going to be very close of the crit cap, and we are also very close to the point of diminishing returns, which is around 75% on crit chance. So I would rather this to be focus, just to make sure that we apply that trauma, because otherwise, yeah, sure, you have the ability of trauma, but if you don't land it, it's not as important. But either way, applying defense down and disrupt for 2 turns and trauma is definitely something significant, and you can use this ability to earn turn 1 if I remember correctly. So much better. Now we have Omega Sentinel, our Indian tech support girl, and she has some major increasements on her kit. So first off, she has this new ability block, which she didn't have in the past, so that's going to be additional control. And she also has these defense up, speed up mechanics to all tech characters. I don't understand why Nimrod does not have more interactions with other tech characters, but I guess that's just the way it is. So Omega Sentinel is going to have this additional ability block, additional control, so overall that's very good. Let's move on to the ultimate ability. So here we have that instead of stunning 2 characters like it was in the past, now you're going to be able to stun or tech characters or mutant characters. So this is going to be a big deal. It's unavoidable, so once again we can use this ability against Extreme X-Men or Unlimited X-Men, because they spawn with evades, and that means we can stun them even if they are with evades, right? So major counters against Unlimited in Alliance Wars and also in Cosmic Crucible, Unlimited and Extreme. Then we have the passive. What's new on the passive? Let's see. On enemy turn, attack the most injured enemy for 150% damage. This is with the new stats, of course. And more damage in raids. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so overall we have some additional crowd control to these guys. We have the trauma. The trauma alone from Nimrod is going to be a big deal, and this is going to make the team definitely more powerful. The Sentinel really felt lackluster. He feels overall just like a worst type of Ultron, but with his buffs on his passive, it's going to be a little bit better, even that you are still pretty much spamming basics with him. But yeah, this is going to make mutants much weaker, much susceptible to getting countered in Cosmic Crucible, and this is still a problem that we have right now. Extreme X-Men together with Unlimited X-Men are still causing havoc, and this is gonna be another method to deal with them. So I'm excited about that, and this definitely makes me more excited about Orchis. But you guys let me know in the comments below what you think about these changes, and as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Mouse Triforce content, and I'll catch you guys later.